So next up we have Miss Homie. And she wrote this piece for a UBCO master's course, so keep in mind that she doesn't really have the creative freedom that we as students in her class really enjoy. So, without further ado.
On the road to Oz.
Who wants to go after Amelia? Jeez. I'm a newbie too, so I'm really nervous as well. Anyway, the piece is called On the Road to Oz, with apologies to Jack Kerouac and L. Frank Baum. They said start here, and handed out binders of guidelines, expectations and objectives, words and charts, glossaries and appendixes, all cross-referenced and indexed. They said start here, and handed out binders full of ideas, possibilities for us, student and teacher, forging a journey, learning how to learn. I have never been one to follow what is supposed to be, but rather like Dorothy and the Scarecrow on their way to Oz, I prefer to discover things for myself. And I have survived my own twister, but I'm still working on the ruby slippers. So I began my journey down the yellow brick road and encountered the bad witch of regurgitation learning, power tripping, high stakes testing, memorization, coloring between the lines, lining up, sitting down, shutting up, of teacher pleasing answers and what did I get? Or will this be on the test? Or worst of all, did I do this how you wanted? As if I am somehow the judge, jury, arbitrator, ombudsman, and executioner for all. Did you know that when Dorothy asked Scarecrow which way, he pointed and said, "That way's a very nice way." And she asked him again, and he pointed the other way, saying, "It's pleasant down that way too." So how's an explorer to know the right direction? Perhaps you simply have to follow your own golden path. Thank goodness for that lion and his courage. At times I wanted to give up on this journey because that wicked witch kept coming on the scene and shaking things up. But I kept going to Oz because my tin heart simply loves learning and teaching too much. Loves the zapping light bulb moments of inspiration. Loves the sweaty shirt sleeve rolling moments of thought and wonder and awe. Loves the socializing, verbalizing, symbolizing connections with Kansas and Oz and the universe. So I followed that yellow road and arrived. I made it to that Emerald City, only to realize I knew nothing at all. But in true bureaucratic fashion, the wizard wasn't available. In true bureaucratic fashion, he wasn't available today or tomorrow or ever. But I'm persistent. And even though I was given an impossible task in order to peek behind the curtain, I withstood the winged monkeys who led me astray, and I faced that witch. Okay, I was lucky. Yes, I had lots of help from friends. Yes, I was able to wash the slate clean and return triumphant, ready to sweep up the mess I had let loose, ready to face the music, ready to face myself. So I finally met that wizard. And guess what? He was no different than me. Okay, he had more bells and whistles, more pomp and circumstance, more finery and fancy, but he was still just like me, just like one of us. Damn that wizard, still no answers. So it's back to Kansas, back to old beliefs, back to new storms, but thanks to the lion's courage and the tin man's heart and the scarecrow's brain, I am able to continue this journey and maybe begin to make sense of things. And thanks to Glinda and Dorothy, realizing the importance of their place in the universe, I'm able to continue this journey and maybe, just maybe, begin to make sense of things. So how's an explorer to know the right direction? Perhaps you simply have to follow your own golden path.